Nemanja Matic to Manchester United from Chelsea. Interesting point that Mark Ogden made on Twitter, I thought. He said, basically, why didn't this get done weeks ago? Then you could have a full pre-season with him. He's got a point, hasn't he?
He has a point, but again, and look, people say all sorts of things, but I think the other target, or the alternative, I should say, in that role for Manchester United was Eric Dyer. And obviously negotiating with Tottenham was tough. Tottenham did not want to let him go. Obviously everybody's his price. I think they took a long, hard run at Dyer, but then they saw they weren't getting anywhere with Spurs, and they opted for Nemanja Matic at what they think is a reasonable price.
Are Manchester United going to win the league now, John?
I still think they're short. I think they will miss Ibrahimovic, even though he was at a veteran stage of his career. I don't think the departure of Rooney is particularly a factor, but I'm not convinced they've got the best striker available in Lukaku.
You're not a Lukaku fan?
I just think...
Lukaku?
I just think he struggles to produce against the best sides in the biggest games. And if I had had a choice of Lukaku or Morata, I would have gone Morata.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that, John.
Really?
With your Premier League ways, I thought it was all going to be...
No. I just think Morata has proved himself at the highest level. You know, 20 goals last season, 20 goals in games that mattered. He's played for the biggest clubs. There isn't going to be a weight of expectation in the same way on his shoulders because he's been to the biggest club of all. Whereas Lukaku, I think the jury's out. I think it's an awful lot of money for someone who at that very, very top level of club football is still unproven.
Gab, let's end with some United news, shall we? Both Blind and Jones punished by UEFA after not failing a doping test, but it was the way they conducted themselves during it. Is that right?
That's right. This was after the Europa League final under UEFA rules. Players get drawn at random from both teams, and they have to, when summoned, they have to immediately go and provide their sample for testing. In this case, Jones and Blind didn't quite respond that quickly. According to UEFA, Phil Jones was also abusive towards a doping inspector, apparently because he wanted to go and celebrate with his teammates and take a picture in front of the One Manchester banner. So he gets a two-match ban. Daley Blind just fined. I'm pretty sure Manchester United will go and appeal this, but if the appeal isn't successful, Phil Jones will miss the European Super Cup against Real Madrid.
I guess the former players on this.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Nothing to see here. Move along. In that, you understand the conduct from the players or the conduct from UEFA?
You just win a UEFA Cup final. You get called in to do a drugs test. No player's going to be happy. All right, they acted in a way that UEFA took offence to, but as a former player, I have to say, I could have found myself guilty of the same.
Yes.
Had I been in such a position.
I can't imagine. Well, you never won anything. There's nothing to celebrate.
Because I didn't want to get banned. That's why.